fed. Tasty, like
My soul feeling all enriched.
Today we are talking about 5 things to quit doing today, not tomorrow, today. There's a lot of things I should have started doing, including eating that cupcake that I just ate. But tomorrow's a new day. But I'm gonna stop today.
It is, but one of the things that's on the list that you're doing right now is, beating up on yourself. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna stop that.
We got to. Right, and that cupcake had fruit on top. You had raspberries, blueberries, and strawberries. So that's the way I'm justifying it. I have my antioxidants for the day.
So what were some of the things, before we dive into our 5, what not to do, to stop doing today? What are some of the things people were saying? Oh, it was on Inspired Fire.
Oh,
I ran into this lady in the hallway on the way here. She was like, I told her the podcast that we were doing tonight. She was like, eating meat. Yes, that's what people need to stop doing, eating meat.
Oh, okay.
I support that.
I was like, okay.
Well, dang.
Okay, let me just take my chicken
Today.
I don't know how to
They
switch profiles.
gradually do it. She's like, no, you need to go raw right now.
Dang, raw.
You should have been
That's my
like, I
goal.
want to know what you need to quit today. You, not everybody else. What do you? We focus on everybody else.
Right. That's facts. So 5 things today we got from our Instagram supporters. So real quick, if you haven't followed us on Instagram, real quick, you can go to your Instagram app and type in Inspire Fire Daily, and your life is gonna be lit daily. So, but
And that morning, that evening.
it's
that
not
night
showing on
inspiration.
here.
Let me go to your.
Yeah, do that. Just go to my IG. And if you have anything that you want to share with us, what you think we should stop daily, or you should stop daily, like, just drop it in the comments below, because it can vary for everybody, and everyone needs to know the different perspectives. Like, I never thought of that, but now that you mentioned that, I need to stop doing that. So share.
Okay, I like some of these. So, someone said they need to quit having negative people have effects on them, basically, in the fear of change, which is actually one of ours.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, yeah, quit letting negative people have effects on you. And I know when pursuing your purpose or your dream or just walking through everyday life, sometimes people could put on their negativity towards you.
Right.
And it's nothing about you, it's about them. But you can't allow them to put that on you. Like, absolutely not.
Their fears on you, they'll be like, wait, why you doing that? That's
Right.
Like, if you want to go skydiving, do that. Skydive.
Y'all,
Don't
exactly.
let what you everybody else scare you.
No, I'm not down.
Why
Everybody think
y'all
I'm
forgot my
down.
birthday?
I'll
Okay,
be-
anyway.
Oh, okay. I'll be at the end. I'll videotape y'all.
But yeah, so and sometimes people, we don't actually know what are negative people, what are these negative things, because no, seriously, because what's negative to you may be different for someone else. And so what I mean by that is, if it's not in alignment of the direction where you want it to go into your life, then it could be categorized as something that is negative. So even something as simple as staying up late all night. I mean, if you're a party promoter, you might need to stay up late at night. But if you are in school right now, or if you're on a workout plan that requires you to wake up at 5 a.m. and start your day, or if you're on a different journey, then you made a person that is negative, not directly negative, but indirectly that's negative, could just be taking you away from getting things done that you need to do.
That is good.
Absolutely, I love that. So not so much negativity, but stuff that rid yourself of stuff that doesn't align with who you want to be or what your goals are.
Yes.
That's a word.
My ring just got caught in my dress. Let's take the ring off. Okay. You're gonna let it hang.
How did this happen?
I was scratching my arm. Just gonna leave. My shirt wants bling, guys. I mean, my dress wants bling.
For those who are listening on SoundCloud, Jackson's ring just got caught up in her shirt somehow. Anyways, but yeah, excellent point you had there about making sure your surroundings align with, and your people align with your dreams, your goals. Yes. And that's absolutely true. And you do need to align yourself with people who are gonna help you with your goals, whether that's y'all, also your business partners, whether that's more, if you're a blogger, more bloggers, if you're striving to be in dental school, more dental school people to hang out with, and people who will actually motivate you, like, hey, let's go study, or hey, let's go work out, or hey, let's eat right.
And I eat cupcakes. You don't need those type of friends that's going to the cupcake joint and text you, hey, I'm headed to the cupcake joint. Y'all want to come? I mean, you don't need that type of negativity in your life.
So I'm just going to leave then. I just knew she liked too sweet.
I'm joking. But no, seriously, on a higher scale, being serious, it's just, if it becomes a consistent pattern of negative things or things that's straying you off the path that you're wanting to achieve, and you always find yourself waking up, I'm gonna start next week. It's because, and you look back,
I'll leave him next week, or I'll leave her next week, or I'll stop hanging out with that friend. You know, I'll just wait till they graduate, or I'll just wait until we graduate so I don't have to see them again. Nah, today.
Start today. Ridding yourself from negative people, negative energies, negative just vibes. We only want positive vibes, and vibes that's propelling you in the direction of your goal, your dream, your thing that you want to achieve.
Yeah, and I really like that. When I think about achieving your goals, I kind of think about y'all's boyfriends and how y'all go to the gym together. Not exactly eat right. Go to the gym together, encourage each other, making sure y'all are, you know, staying on the right path. And even when you were telling me about y'all talking about saving and investing and stuff, those are the type of people and love relationships, friendships that you need, so you could build with, like you could learn from, learn together.
Exactly.
So, but someone trying to hold you back, cut it.
Exactly. So great comments. Thank you. That was Mary. We actually went to middle school with her. I'm not sure if y'all Mary Dominguez.
Oh,
yeah.
I remember her.
Shout out to Mary Dominguez.
Yes. And this one is having the right attitude even when things have turned for the worse. That's a word, because I can use that right now.
That is so true. So this person left a comment. Repeat it one more time.
He said, having the right attitude even when things have turned for the worse. So I guess she's been having a bad attitude when things don't go her way or turn for the worse. But actually changing that to be like, no, I'm going to have a great attitude when things don't go my way. And I love that.
No, and that's so true. And I related that, I took that as when it's like, on our day-to-day lives, like when things are just going great, you got your ideal job, your ideal family, your ideal paycheck, it's easy to just have the most positive attitude in the world. Like everything just peachy. I'm just living lavish. I'm just soaking and basking in the moment. But then when life seems to be just squaring up with you, giving you his best shots, like life just punching you in the eye, gave you a black eye, and you're just like, dang, like it's just easy for you to fold up and just be like, you know, throw the towel in, I'm done, or just want to just crawl into your little hole and just, you know, just tune everything out. But that's the time, that's when it's so necessary, so important to have that positive mentality, that positive just train of thinking when that train of attitude when everything seems to be, because that's what faith is faith is like you're in a dark tunnel, but you still have faith enough to know that there is light outside of the situation that you're going through right now in your present day. Say if your bank account ain't in the positives right now, you gotta have light that one day is gonna be runneth over. Like, so you just have to have that positive attitude, especially when life is just squaring up with you.
Yeah, I love that. Life is squaring up with you. It's also I was gonna say it's also about perception. Things might seem like for the worse or bad, but when you really look at it a different way, you have to be like, maybe this is a blessing. What can I learn from this? And that perspective could change how you are. Like, I don't even want to say mine because that's stupid. But like, I don't know. But basically, okay. So I got a job because that sounds amazing, right? Hallelujah. But it's a fear of mine because I'm scared I won't be able to do all the entrepreneurial things that I've been doing, that I work day and night on. Like, how I'm gonna find the time. So when I got a full-time job, even though it's a a blessing. I was sad, like, oh no, I did not succeed on, getting to my entrepreneurial goals. But then that's why it's good to have good friends around you, good people around you, my brother around, people I could talk to and be like, no, you know what, you need to go in there, kick A, and then when you get off work, you better kick A on your entrepreneurial stuff. Or Trey told me today, he was like, you soak everything up you could possibly learn from working at that job, and then use that in your workspace, in your entrepreneurship. And I was like, you're right. He's like, just do the best you can and just build that rapport. And everybody, y'all been telling me that, how this could help inspire fire. And it's just like, had I been like all the time, like not talking to y'all and committing to myself and just going down this road, like, oh dang, this is gonna be bad, or oh no, I'm gonna have no time, blah blah blah, and keep like talking myself down, that would probably happen. But now I'm like, I'm about to slay this. They're gonna trust me, and I'm gonna be able to have financial increase with freedom. So it's just really about that outlook and speaking life into your outlook. So you might have something going on. If you keep speaking down on it with that bad attitude, bad things are going to happen. But if you're speaking life into it and using your tongue for positivity, positive things are going to happen. So
that's so beautiful. And I just love how you said that. Like, it's all about your perception. So negativity can only affect you if you perceive it to be negative, something negative that's happening in your life. And so a lot of people go into situation with this pessimistic mindset and then wonder why the situation backfires on them. It's like, if you just went into the situation, and I know it's easier said than done, but if you practice and over time, you'll get better with going into situations like, no, I'm about to kill this thing, everything's going to work out in my favor, and it's just going to be great, and all is going to work out for the best. And when you say that, not saying that rocky times won't happen sometime, but it will always turn around for your greater good. And you have to know that, believe that, in whatever goal or thing that you're trying to achieve in life, you want to go into it with the mindset that it's going to work out for me. I'm going to soak up some knowledge. I'm going to learn a lesson from this. I'm going to get richer while I'm doing it. I'm going to gain knowledge from people that are more experienced, and I'll be able to take it back to whatever it is that I want to use in life.
Right.
So I love that you said that perception it's all about it.
Yeah, and I just think like it's the way you really talk to yourself, because like I'm a little crazy, so it's like sometimes I have to I have to like yell at myself like I'm getting ready for a game. Like, yes! Like I was talking to Trey today on the phone. He probably thought I was crazy. He was just laughing. And I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. Thank you so much. Woo! And I was just like, yeah, it's top of my lungs, but that made me feel better. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're negative, you can't help to feel negative. Like you be constantly like, damn, even the tone is like, You gotta be like, yes, thank you for this opportunity. I don't know what's about to happen, but
like you have to really believe it. You can't just say you gotta show it.
Yeah, you have to make yourself be like, yes.
Right, and I love how you said that, because how you say that you have to say it. And I know in a couple of our previous podcasts, so y'all need to go tune in so I can get this gem. But it was saying, we said in the podcast, so you know how our body is 60 to 75% water, and so the scientists did a study saying whatever you speak into the water comes back and it crystallizes either this beautiful crystal image or it'll be like this little smudgy, grungy image. And since our body is 60 to 75% water, if we're speaking all these negative things into our life, like I'm gonna hate it, I'm gonna be terrible, it's gonna drain all my energy, then imagine the inside of your body is creating this depicted nasty, smudgy image, versus if you were to just speak positive, like I'm gonna love this thing, I'm gonna kill this thing, and like you were just yelling to the top of your lungs. Not saying you have to do that, but do whatever works for you. Exactly, whatever works for you, and then watch how your life will beautifully crystallize into this amazing picture that you created, because you are too 75% to 60 to 75% water.
Absolutely.
It made me think of a post, and I was trying to find it, but it was talking about peace. And you just have to be at peace. And it was saying, the post that I saw was saying that peace is not, everything just being peachy and peaches and cream and just, heavenly and kumbaya, but being in the midst of these different situations, hardships, and still being able to say, you know what, I'm good. It's okay.
That's true.
So you have to be at peace.
In every state. I love that. I love that. And the lady who actually left this comment said this also. She said, just as I'm talking to you, God recently told me that he won't be able to move throughout my life until I change my attitude. Things can be turned upside down. I need to have a great attitude, look for the good in everything. Yeah. So she already over here speaking the word. I hope she's tuned in, but definitely go block your blessings by speaking negativity over your life. God don't want that for you.
Right. So watch your words, watch what you're speaking into your life, and your attitude determines anything. You can go into something with a negative attitude and wonder why it ends up negatively, or you can go into it with a positive attitude and then you just look back like, damn, I conquered that. So what type of life do you want?
I just want to say this too. When I was just like interviewing for different jobs, even though I was like not even trying to kill it, but I really wasn't. And I saw like the difference between when I was interviewing, like when I was really trying to get a job, but I wasn't confident in my skill set because I hadn't built it yet. So like when I'm coming out of college, I was interviewing and I thought already to myself like, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe I have competition. But when I started building up my skill set, and I was confident in who I was and what I could do. Right. I went in there already knowing like I'm about to kill this. There's nobody better than me. Like I literally saw interviewees coming in and out of this place, and I was like, they already came out. Exactly. I was like, this is me, and that's the confidence you have to have, and that's taking like some power over your life, and it does go with confidence is knowing. And that goes with whatever you want to do, building that skill set. And then when you are presented with the opportunity, you can slay it. And it's the difference between like knowing you could kill it and then having that mindset of like, so first I had the mindset of maybe I just hope I get this job, and then the next time I was like, I was kind of like, dang, I'm about to slay this interview. So if that makes sense, it just really is important about what your attitude is, whether that's being very confident in yourself, or whether that's being like, I don't know, not
timid and fearful.
Because they could see that too. And
right.
Like,
And just to piggyback off of what you just said, like, you know how they say you can smell fear? The same way you can smell fear, it's not necessarily saying you can physically smell it, but your vibes don't lie. So if like I walk into a room, your presence is gonna radiate that fearful vibe. And then just like someone can smell fear, they can smell confidence too. So it's like you just walking and your presence is felt. It's like, whoa, I know it's just something in her aura, something in his aura is just like beaming with just like dopeness. So I need to be a part of whatever you got going on, because all of this is popping.
Right.
So
it just goes back to what she was talking about, attitude. Like you can't have that attitude of unsureness. I mean, it's okay, but it's like if you're working toward a goal, you have to be able to cultivate whatever you need, whether that's loving yourself more, cultivating a skill, just constantly working on yourself to be confident, because it's not going to always be there. But just know that you need to exude a certain type of thing to get where you want to be. You can't be trying to be a boss. And
what could it be?
Could it be, self-doubt and all that stuff.
Self-doubt. That's a big
one. Could it. Okay, should we just dive into number one?
Let's dive in.
5 things quit right now. Number 1, trying to please everyone.
I'm a people pleaser, I'm not gonna lie. So this one stuck with me. I was like, ooh, okay. All right. And it's not, I mean, for me, it's more so of I want to help people. So it comes from, that wanting to help people phase. But when you are a people pleaser, the kinds of it are you feel like you regret, like you're not taking enough time for yourself. So you have that where you're focusing on helping everybody else, but you neglect, to do certain things for yourself. And a lot of times that's what happens with me. I'm over here helping, doing little things, maybe at work. My boss or somebody asks me to do something, and I'm like, all right, sure, I'll do it. My friends, hey, can you help me? Can you do this? Siblings, family, whatever. I'm trying to just help everybody, and then it comes to me, and I'm just like, oh, dang, I got all this.
Right.
Everybody else good now, but you over here like, dang, I should do that.
Behind on certain things that I need to be doing. So
that's true.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, and I can advocate for that because I used to be a people pleaser. Like I'm an ex-people pleaser. I am Jasmine, and I'm an ex-people pleaser. It's been 7 years since I've last pleased people. No, I'm joking. But no, seriously, when I was growing up in college, and one of my friends was like, one day you're going to, he told me, he's like, one day you're gonna get over it, you're gonna overcome this one to please everybody, and you're gonna shine so bright. And the reason I wasn't so much, well, yeah, I kind of was like Kobe, but I was to an extent where I was even afraid to take care of myself. And it was, and what I found out along that journey is everybody has different opinions. And so if it's like, even if you have 10 friends or 10 people, close people, friends, families, boyfriend, girlfriends, all that, such your dog, and all of these things have their own 10 opinions. And you're trying to make this person happy, but their opinion is different from that other person's. It's just like you will go mad trying to make yourself please all of these people because they all have different views on life. So I was trying to please people in the sense of not trying to step on anybody's beliefs or make
being
myself
politically correct.
Yeah, being politically correct and not trying to seem like the oddball and just trying to make everybody think that I was right in their eyes and the way they perceive life. And then once I let go of that baggage, I felt like 1,000 pounds lighter.
I love that because sometimes I just feel like sometimes we are scared to be our full authentic self.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, we have to because that's what's going to draw people, the right people, to us. Because if you're being someone else, you're going to draw whoever that fake person is to you. It's like,
that's true.
I'm not really into rock and
right.
instruments or something like that. But
since you love it, I love it.
Right. So it's just like very important to be yourself and stand firm on your beliefs. But like at the same time, not being rude or anything, but you know, staying firm on your beliefs, so because you're gonna attract those people to you and have an authentic love surrounding you. And I think sometimes we're really scared to like be ourselves because we might think like, oh, they might think that she thinks she's too much or she's all that, or why she start a podcast? They must think they know everything or something like that. But
someone won't even love you anymore. All those that were around you, it's like, dang, you changed it. You ain't the same person. But it's really, I'm just now becoming who I've always been. I was just afraid to show you that who I've always been or who I am.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like about Charlamagne. Like if he would have been a people pleaser, I'm not saying that she was talking about everybody, but being a people pleaser, he got fired like what, 4 times, and maybe 6 times, and he was never a people pleaser, but he wouldn't be who he is today, which I think he's transformed into a wonderful person without being his authentic self.
Right.
So
just be you. Because when you be you, there's no way you can lose.
I was looking at that.
Quoted at Indy Ari.
Yes. It's just so important to like. It's cool to help other people out. But it's like it weighs too heavy on you when you're constantly thinking, oh, okay, what is this person gonna think? What is this person gonna think? What is this person gonna think? So even your parents, even your boyfriend, even random people you don't even know.
Yeah. Because it can be stressful when you're trying to make commitments and do things for everybody, and then you start like, man, it's too much. You're like, this is too much. I can't do this. But so because you want to, you can't help it. It's just
you want to be that person that's there. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But just say no.
Yes.
It's a practice.
Yeah, you do.
It's a practice.
Ooh.
Start by telling one person no, and then it's gonna be really hard, and then tell another person no next month, and then like, okay, that was a little easier than the first no. And then it's just a slow growing process, but it's definitely attainable.
Yeah, that's a word. Cause I didn't realize that. I was actually doing some people pleasing earlier today.
And you enjoy life too, because if you're like doing something just because somebody else wants to do it, then you find like you start resenting that person, or you're not like enjoying yourself. You're just like, I'm just here because of this person.
Because you're trying to keep your word.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you just stick firm into what you believe and what you want to do, then you don't have to feel bad or feel a certain way about that person, about yourself, or you know, like
you don't feel like you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
I didn't really think about it that way. I like flip the script like, ooh, don't do nothing you don't want it to. Okay.
Right.
Ooh.
All right. Next. That was lit. So quit trying to people please if it's not something you authentically want to do.
Right. Because you're going to be over there and you going to be the negative Nancy. They over there at the beach having fun. And you're like, yeah, it's time. When we going home?
Right.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, you're right. Okay. Number 2,
haven't checked out our podcast, we have a whole podcast on fear. It's not real, you guys.
It's an illusion.
It is, and it's an enabler. Like, it's gonna stop you from doing the things that you want to do. It's gonna stop you from getting to the places that you want to go, and it's going to anything you want, everything you want is on the other side of that comfort zone, that fear. You just gotta do it. You have to change.
Right.
Yes. I love that.
Change those eating habits if you want to be healthier, you want to look good, whatever. You want to feel more confident. You do, because a lot of times when you are not eating right, then you gain weight. You don't feel good. You don't feel confident. You can't fit your clothes. You're like, man, these are my favorite jeans. I don't wear them.
That's
just
real.
You got ripped jeans now.
Yeah. So you have to change. It's you.
That's
It's
you. It is you that needs to change. That's so true. That it is you. It points all fingers itself. It is you. It is me. It is I. But yes, I love how you said that, and I like to link that to, you know, how fear is an illusion, and I tie that because, you know, when we're in elementary school and then we're about to commence to the next grade, the next school is like junior high school, this big scary place you've never been before. So like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid I'm about to go to middle school. And then when you get to middle school, and it's like, dang, that was easy. And then when you're about to go to high school, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid I'm about to go to high school.
You sound like him.
Oh my god.
Kevin Hart. But yeah, like seriously, we was all thinking like, I'm gonna have a locker now. I'm not gonna have no teacher. I'm not gonna have to walk in a line anymore. I'm not gonna. But like, it was a fear. And then when you're about to go to college, or those of you, I can't speak from experience, but those of you that didn't have children, you were probably like a little afraid at first, like, oh my gosh, I'm about to be a mother, I'm about to be a father, like all these pressures. It's just something I never experienced. But then once the child got here, you're like, oh my gosh, I love it. This is a great experience. So everything in life, if you've never done it before, it's a little terrifying. But until you actually just do it, it's like, dang, that wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Like when Tiffany didn't want to go down the river, we went to San Marcos, and she was so scared we had to beg her for like 30 minutes. But then she did it. And she's like, oh, let's do it again.
You drown.
Like,
Hey, that was kind of.
it wasn't
That
intense,
was
y'all.
bad intense.
I'm
Oh,
downplaying it.
Who's the one who fell down there?
I lost my glasses. But look, but once you did it, you feel a certain way. You feel good.
You feel like you overcame it. Like I did that.
Yeah.
Right. And then she wanted to do it again. And then again. And then I think that was done after
I
that.
think it was too dark, and I like, I ain't doing this in the dark. Okay. But yeah, I just want to say, like, fear is the opposite of faith, and it's just like
You better speak.
fear can really hold you back from doing exactly what you want. Even like fear of not having enough money in the future. It's like sometimes we most of the time we fear of what's in the future than what's happening right now.
Yes.
Like I've seen myself stuck. Like I could have been traveling this whole time, and I was fearing that maybe I wouldn't have enough money to supply my needs when I did. And it's like then now I'm gonna have to be somewhere for 40 hours a week. Well, I can't really travel as of yet that I know of. So it's just like you want to have way more faith than you have fear, and having faith in yourself and in God that He's not gonna let you fall. And of course you have to be smart and stuff, but it's just those little things. It could be that little timid fear, like it's not the worst thing to not, go travel, but if that's something that you want to do and you have the opportunity to do it and you missed out on that because you are fearing something that's in the future, you just wasted an opportunity. So it's very important to have more faith than you have fear, because fear could keep you safe, but who wants to live a totally safe life? You know what I'm saying? You need to get a little crazy to get like a crazy beautiful outcome.
I agree with that, and I think it all goes with back what we were discussing in the beginning, how we were saying perception. And so like we are bringing these fears on us because we're afraid what's going to happen in the future is going to turn out bad. If I spend all my money now, we're not saying spend all your money, but I'm just saying like if I spend this amount of money now, then in the future I'm not going to have no money. If I eat all this food now, then I'm going to starve later on tomorrow. But it's like, and we have that faith and perceive like your perception, like, oh, I'm always going to have something in life. There's plenty, and there's always going to be infinite.
I have faith in myself that I can make this work, that I I can get an income. Like, I can do this. Like, I could substitute teacher if anything falls down. Like,
right.
But having that faith in yourself.
That you're never going to fail, and there's never going to be a moment that you're going to live in lack. So have faith and switch your perception on to there's plenty. There's always more than enough. There's always abundance in my path. And so, yeah, guys.
Right.
Eliminate that fear.
It's not going to be easy, man.
Right.
Because I remember when we first started eating, healthy. When you're changing something like, especially like your diet, you're getting used to doing something for years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna mess up. Like and that's okay. That's okay. You just have to say, okay, I gotta get better. I have to do better every day. You have to have that intention to be better.
Right. It's kind of like when you first learn to ride a bike. If you never ridden a bike before, and you're gonna fall off, it's like inevitable. You're gonna fall down, but what do? You get back up. So if you're wanting to start a new diet, you might fall off, but what do? You have to get back up and try again so that you don't fail. The only way you fail is if you don't try it again until you succeed.
Exactly.
So same with if you're wanting to start a new diet, wanting to start a new workout habit, wanting to get better credit score, wanting to do whatever it is to change your life. At the beginning, it might be an ugly picture to face. It may be a terrible thing to look at in a mirror. Hopefully, but I'm just saying, it just makes something that may not be pleasing. But you just have to put everything, strip away, look at it head on. Like, dang, this is what I have to work with, and then go in. And you might fall off. It might not be where you want it to be next month, but you still have to fight and endure. And because if you don't continue to persevere, then that's the only way you're gonna fail.
Right. The thing is, it's like, how many of us have goals that we haven't attained yet? Me, you, everybody, basically. But the only way we're gonna get there is if we change, if we do things that make us better. And things like marriage could be a fear of commitment, a fear of having kids, a fear of moving out of your mother's house, a fear of getting a job, a fear of leaving your job, all these things. So it's like you want to make sure that you are constantly changing, because when you're changing, you're growing. So, but if you are fearing change so much that you stay stagnant, I feel like you'll never really be happy. Right. So don't fear that change. Like, be inviting to that change and be ready for that change and be like, okay, what can I grasp from this? Because a change is coming. That means I'm gonna get to learn something. I'm gonna grow from that.
Exactly.
So don't opportunity. It's an opportunity.
Yes.
Right. And another huge thing I want to bring up about change is I know how we're afraid or angry at ourselves that we haven't achieved our goals. And if you look back at all your list of patterns and things, it's like, well, I've been doing the same thing, so I'm constantly getting the same results. So you really probably need to actually change in order for you to get those results that you actually wanted to achieve or to have.
Yeah, don't let the fear of change stop you, keep you in that badass relationship.
Right, exactly.
Or these negative people,
those people, I would say, just from those people, if you have to let some relationships go, let it go. If you need to move to a new city, don't be scared.
Right.
You got to do it.
Absolutely. If you need to leave that church and just go to another one, because all churches ain't good for you. Sometimes you ain't getting the word the way you need to. Sometimes you gotta go to Lakewood instead. Old City. But quit that today. Yeah. No more fear of change. Okay, that's a word. All right. Okay. Number 3, living in the past. And I'm gonna say that one more time when Jasmine said. Number 3, living in the past. Ooh, stop that right now. Oh right my now. God. I can see this, and I'm about to put my mom on blast, so I hope she's not listening. But she always goes back into the past and trying to think like, ooh, how could I have made my family stick together? Or how could I have been a better wife or a better mother? Or how something. Like
natural things.
Putting it on herself and looking in the past, trying to change things. But the thing is, you can't change your past. You can only change what you have now. And you kind of have to appreciate your past and realize you don't know what could have happened if you changed certain things. You don't know. So that's my whole view. Like, sometimes we put so much on ourselves, thinking about what happened in the past. Oh, I should have changed that. Oh, I should have changed that. When we're really just thinking, we're thinking of an illusion in our head. Like, it's not real. Like, you don't know what was gonna happen if you would have stayed in a marriage, if you would have done this or that, if you would have left work, if you would have stayed at work. You don't know. So you have to forgive yourself for whatever happened in the
and learn from
That's
it.
my thing.
And my thing is, dwelling on it and looking back on it doesn't change anything. It's not gonna change.
Ain't
No.
crazy, still spilled. It's already spilled.
Like it's done. It's over.
Right.
Like get over it and just look forward. And if you need to repair some relationships, then repair it. Go talk to that person. You can't just keep dwelling. Dang, why did I say that? Why did I do that?
Right.
You just have to move on.
Forward.
Yes.
Exactly. I don't even need to say anything because that's all it is in a nutshell. Just move forward. You can't go back and change it. Just like you guys said, take it as lessons learned. Think of all the beauty that it's taught you and how it made you stronger and how it made you able to have eyes to see and discern through different things. How it has given you the wisdom. So your past, as nasty as it may be, you wouldn't be as strong as you are today had it not been for that beautiful past that you have had.
That's so true.
Yeah. So it is good to reflect and to go back and think about those things. But you just have to say, okay, you know what? Thank you, God, that I'm not there anymore. I'm in a better mindset. I'm in a better place. Or, the situation that I'm in is better.
Right.
And then even if the situation was good in the past or bad, it's just like now, what am I going to do today to make me happy? How can I be happy today? And I'm like, those were such good times in high school. Like, okay, cool, it was. Okay, I feel good, but high school is not about to be the best years of my life. I don't know about you. I'm about to have so much life right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. So yeah.
Don't be living in the past.
Don't live in the past. You can look back, but don't live there.
That ain't cute.
Right.
Were we done with that one?
Yeah, we nailed it.
Number 4. Putting yourself down.
I mean, for me, like I joke with myself and talk about myself all the time about the silly mistakes and things that I do. But it's one thing to do that and then to like beat up on yourself and to just keep, beating up on yourself about things that you've done. I mean, it's kind of like, the living in the past too. You just have to let it go. You just have to say, okay, you know what, I made a mistake. I'm good, and just move forward.
Exactly. So definitely do not put yourself down. And things that inspire fire we use are positive affirmations. So whenever you're feeling down, you tell yourself these positive pep talks so that you can pick yourself up, bring yourself up, lift yourself higher. Don't put yourself down and ponder and live in the past on all the things, what coulda, shoulda, woulda done, or how I'm so stupid, why did I do that, that was silly of me. Wipe all that out. What's done is done. Let's move forward. And what can you do today so that you can avoid making that mistake in the future and eliminate any negativity that could come possibly in your future or even right now.
Right. There's a post on our Facebook page. And it's this girl, she's like so shook because she's so cute and so amazing. But that's how we should be with ourselves. Like, we wouldn't be over here talking to our friend like that, like, what's on your face, or like, like, oh, you suck, or oh my God, I couldn't have done this, or why does your stomach look like that? Like, you don't say that to your friend, so why are you saying that to yourself? You don't say that to people you love. So instead of like looking at the negative things that you think that you have, instead, like, combat them with, like, stuff that you like about yourself. Like, damn, my melanin is popping. Or my baby ears is laying right. Or I'm a good person. I'm good at this. Like, so reflect those bad things that you think. And I say think because a lot of times we put on these fake stuff. We think that we're like this or we look like this when really it's just, like, made up stuff. Like, we're fighting ourselves constantly. So, yeah, definitely use those affirmations and just say stuff like, okay, wait, stop. Like, because I feel like when you look in the mirror, sometimes you just automatically go to what's wrong with you.
Right.
Or, like, instead of looking like, damn, this donkey is kind of bad.
Part of that is when you look at the mirror and you're telling yourself that you're comparing yourself to other people. So I think that's why, a lot of times we put ourselves down. So you have to stop comparing yourself to other people. You are not that other person. You are you.
That's
so be happy in that, and then you won't be putting yourself down.
Right, because it's like, to what standards are you judging yourself on? What scale? Who even created the scale? If you were only looking from a scale,
my pattern isn't like that. Why, why my skin isn't like, you're putting yourself down because of what the society and other things.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, you're right.
That's beautiful.
Comparing.
And sometimes you just got to give yourself you have to be the one to give yourself the pat on the back. So like, don't look outside for someone to pick you up when you may need to be that one to just be like, hey, like Tiffany was saying, like Kobe was saying, like wipe out all the outside society, just that the labels and standards that they placed and said you need to look this way to be considered amazing. You need to be this size to be considered popping. You need to have this type of waist to be beautiful. No, like kick all those standards and honestly dig inside and what do you think that makes you feel amazing, and go for that, strive for that, and be that.
Yeah, it's just how you have to do. You do kind of have to get out of yourself sometimes. I only say that because like when a little thing that I do that is kind of crazy, but that's what I do. Okay, so when I have an Instagram picture. I have like 3, and I send like almost the same. And I send them to my friends, Jasmine, and Deborah, and I ask my mom like, which picture do you like? Because I'm trying to get the most poppin'est picture on Instagram. But the thing is, like, is sometimes they pick the same picture as me, but some other times they don't, and it's because I feel like we pick the pictures that hide our flaw, like our generated flaws in our head. So it's like, people on the outside see your beauty and just your beauty, and you're picking a picture that just hides your flaws.
Right.
It doesn't exactly show your beauty. And so, like, I realized that, like, I was picking a lot of pictures, like, with my head down and things of that nature, but y'all over here picture my mama over here, why you ain't showing your face? Like, because, you know, it's
right,
almost
exactly.
like...
And sometimes we're our own worst critics.
Worst critic.
There it is. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yes.
All right. So moving to the next topic.
Number 5, and this is our last one.
The last
and this
one.
is, oh my god, I do this all the time.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Number 5, overthinking.
You got to stop
it.
overthinking everything.
Stop it.
Like, point all fingers at self. Stop overthinking everything. Like, y'all know I'm the queen of analyzing everything.
Yeah, she works with me. I ain't gonna lie about that. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Always trying to figure out the perfect thing, the right thing to say, and the right thing to do.
Like, she asks all the questions. Well, how? Look, Jasmine, I don't know. Look, we gonna figure it out though. That's what I know.
Exactly. I'm like, you gotta be mapped out to the T. If it's not like it is in my mind, then it's not. It's wrong. Everything is wrong. So I'm talking to myself when I say this too, and I'm talking to you. Just stop overthinking everything. Like, we will think. Well, I know I would think myself out of even starting something, and it's like when I look 5 months down the line, 2 years down the line, like, dang, I should have really did that. Because now she popped in doing that same thing I was thinking of, but I was like, dang, I didn't have the right quality. Dang, I didn't have this. Dang, I didn't have the right clothes. Dang, I didn't have the right hairstyle for this. My hair wasn't on fleek. I'm like, dang, I should just did it.
Yeah.
I should have just
and
did
that
it.
goes to what other people think about you. You can't care what other people think about you, because then you're gonna start thinking. You have those thoughts. I'm not good enough. I'm not, because you're thinking about. So you can't care about what other people think, because at the end of the day, they're not thinking about you. They're not worried.
They think about
you.
themselves.
They're thinking about themselves and the problems in their own life and the things that they're going through, just like you are.
Dang.
They ain't even really worried about me.
You just spoke a word in my life. Like, y'all not even worried about me.
I need to write that on my next.
Y'all worried about yourself.
Ain't
and I'm
nobody
over
worried
here.
about you. Word. True.
We are selfish people.
We are.
I mean, times have changed. We do go on Instagram and we're like, oh, what did this person eat today?
Right.
It's a little bit
But
different.
I'm not gonna be judging Shayna's mind.
Exactly.
Sometimes she eats some hot Cheetos. I like them too.
Right.
But the things that we think about in our head that other people think of, they're not worried about that.
Yeah, you're right.
And most of the things we be overthinking, people don't even notice it. It's because we're our own worst critics and we see everything about ourselves there is to see. So we thinking as soon as someone else sees that, they see that exact same thing too. But it's like, no, you're the only one that can see that. So just do it. And just, or even if it's for a business idea that you've been planning on doing, or if it's going back to school, just stop overthinking. Like, I ain't got no money to do this. I ain't got this to do. How I'm gonna get there? How I'm gonna do? Just go for it and know that God is gonna meet you halfway. Just how about that? Let's just go for it. How about that? Like, just go for your goal. Go for your dream. Go for your vision, and stop thinking about society. Stop overthinking the how, the financial, the emotional baggage. Just just go for it. Easier said than done.
I mean, a perfect example is Katie and his decision to move to.
It's not that.
You know, if he was thinking about what everybody else thought the right decision, you know,
he would not have a ring right
now.
He
wouldn't have a ring.
That's realism.
He wouldn't have a ring.
And some
he did what was best for him.
Exactly.
Right.
He didn't overthink it. He wouldn't.
He probably
people don't hate me.
He probably was kind of thinking
he was
that,
thinking
but it was
about
like
himself.
Right.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
But you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
And I think y'all saw that post that's been going around. It's like, ladies, y'all gotta be like KD if you want a ring or something.
Yes, I saw that. What did it say? It said like, I have someone who posted it. If you have,
But what I was trying to say with that is like sometimes we're stuck in these bad relationships that's not healthy for us. With maybe it's a boyfriend or girlfriend that you've been with for like 3 years, 8 years, and everybody in your family loves them, but you know they bad for you. You know they don't treat you right.
Oh yeah, this is it.
But you just gotta move on and stop overthinking. Like, I know they have the status quo, the good job, the good this, but do they really make you happy? Do they really make your soul feel filled? So
It says,
stop overthinking. Oh, here's the quote. Tiffany found
it
it.
says, the ladies, Kevin Durant got his ring. Now it's time for you to go get yours. No more boyfriends. So, like,
I read a different one.
Oh,
that's
that
cute.
was
No, that's the same concept. That's the same concept.
go get your ring, girl.
Go get your ring. You've been with this man for 8 years and he still ain't proposed to you. You might want to move on and go get your ring from somewhere else. Like KD had to do it. He's like, OKC, y'all ain't gonna give me a ring. So I gotta look out and do what's best for me. And that's just any endeavor in life. And I know, I want to say even Shane Booty, she was like, she was working with, when she first started out, she's a YouTuber
sexologist.
Yeah, sexologist. And when she first moved to the States, she was working with an agent, but her agent specialized with like TV premiering and wasn't necessarily proficient in the area of work that she wanted to do. So she was trying to hold on to loyalty, but it was holding her back from her success. And when she fired her and got an agent that was like actually was geared toward what she was wanting to do in life, her career just took off to a whole new level. So sometimes instead of staying stagnant and complacent, I know we have loyalty and this person was there with us when we didn't have anything. And same with Drake and Lil Wayne. Like, no, seriously, Lil Wayne rapped the verse and he was like, I hope my success doesn't alter our relationship. And because he did surpass the person that actually discovered him. And sometimes we feel like we owe our all to the person that actually discovered you. But sometimes you have to look out for what's best for you. If I want to grow, you have this vision in your head and how you see your life being amazing, abundant, but sometimes the people that are around you could be holding you back from that. So
that's true.
You just gotta grow forward and do what's best for you so you can be popping.
True. When I think about, what are you gonna say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when I think about overthinking, I think about Marie Forleo when she says everything is figure outable. So it's like, okay, sure, there's a lot of overthinking, and sometimes we just overthink, and all we're doing is thinking without taking action. Instead, just know like everything's figure outable. Okay, it's like, okay, I want a website. Okay, let me figure out how to do this. Boom, boom, boom. YouTube videos. Okay. Oh, okay. Might take you a while, but you could do it. How can I get it via LLC? Well, how can I become a nonprofit? How? True. Okay, you could ask that question, then you have to act on it. Everything is figure outable. You could make it. How can I dress cute? Go follow some people on Instagram. Or how can I do this? How can I do that? It's like, instead of like thinking what if and overthinking like, oh, maybe I can't do this, this. Instead, like, this is what I want to do. Let me figure it out and do it. Bam. So that's when I kind of feel like overthinking. We could psych ourselves out sometimes, but just know everything is figure outable. So just figure it out and do it.
Here you go. Voila.
But that's it.
And this wraps up the 5 things you should stop doing today.
Yes.
So.
And the last thing I want to say about everything, when you're trying to please everyone, when you're fearing change, living in the past, putting yourself down and overthinking, you're just prolonging the process. Ooh. That's all you're doing. When you don't change, you're not going to get to the next level that you're trying to get to. You're trying to please everybody. You're just working on everybody, you're neglecting yourself and the things that you need to be doing. Right. When you're overthinking stuff, you're just, like Jazz said, it was something she wanted to start a long time ago. She could have been prolonging it. Yeah, you're just prolonging the process.
That's realism.
So work on these things and get on the road into the journey to your success, your happiness, whatever it is that you want to accomplish.
Yes.
Well, y'all know what time it is after that amazing, beautiful gems that just dropped all up in your life and my life as well. So, what time is it, guys?
It's
Affirmation time. It's affirmation time. It's affirmation time.
It's affirmation time. So, if this is your first time tuning in with Inspire Fire and you do not know what an affirmation is, an affirmation is any positive statement that you tell yourself to combat those negative thoughts. And the most popular affirmation is the I am affirmation. And it's whatever you put after the word I am, you become. And I know in the past y'all probably heard a lot of negative I am affirmations like I'm tired, I'm broke, I'm sick and tired. We're not gonna put those type of affirmations out there in the universe no more. Instead, we're gonna speak positive affirmations. And even biblically it states, let the weak say, I am strong. And so even when you're feeling weak, you're not supposed to affirm in your life, I'm weak, I'm tired, I'm sick, I'm broke. Nah, you affirm, I am feeling wealthier and wealthier every day. I'm feeling healthier and healthier every day. I'm feeling amazing every day. So, it's 3 of us and hundreds and millions and billions and thousands of you. So we're going to say our affirmations here, and you say yours every day. Every time you feel yourself overthinking, you say an affirmation to repel that, and we're just going to be popping and change our lives. Mm-hmm. So who wants to go first with their I am affirmation?
I will go. I have too much potential to be slept on, so I am going to say I am more than enough. I'm not just enough, I'm more than enough.
Yes, you are.
I'm about to make that first part like a meme or something. I have too much potential to be slept on. I like that. You inspire me. You was talking about going into the interviews with confidence and, just, you know what? Yes. You the one. Yes.
More than enough.
Yes. I want to say something. I don't know how to say it with the I am, but I want to just
you
say.
You can just say an affirmation. It don't have to be I am.
Okay, I'm gonna say, like, an abundance of opportunities are coming towards me. They're just falling in my lap, and I'm just gonna be like, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay.
You can say I am attracting abundant opportunities.
I am attracting an abundance of opportunities.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Ooh. I am living my most wonderful life ever.
Woo!
Yes, guys. Thank you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has been so much fun. And tell them where to find us and what to do, Tiffany.
Make sure y'all, first of all, like this page right now. Give it a thumbs up and turn your notifications on. You can find us on YouTube. All you have to do is type in Inspire Fire and make sure Inspire Fire is together and we'll pop right up. Mm-hmm. We're also on SoundCloud. Just go to soundcloud.com/soulfilling because we popping like that. We got a whole SoundCloud thing. Okay, that's it. And on Instagram, Inspire Fire Daily.
Yes. And Twitter.
And Twitter, _Inspire Fire.
Yes, we'll see you on all of those things. We love you. Peace.